Hey guys, welcome back. For this week's video is going to be on how to regain motivation and snap out of a funk, because I have been in a mini funk for the past 2 weeks, and yeah, I want to share with you guys how I overcame how I lost my voice. Water break. Okay, so I want to share with you guys how I went from feeling very unmotivated, from feeling like I was running away from a bunch of things, from avoiding a bunch of things, to being okay. And me running away, me avoiding things took form of me binge watching a bunch of shows, watching a bunch of K-dramas, and I started sleeping at 3 or 4 instead of waking up at 4. So if you guys are interested in this, and if you are feeling any way that I felt in the past of what I just described, I don't know what I'm saying, keep watching. So the first thing that I did that I don't usually do, or I don't usually know how to do, is I let nature run its course. I don't know why I go like this. The way that I would usually react if I'm feeling unmotivated, if I'm not feeling the best, if I haven't had a productive week, because I value my self-worth on how productive I am, which is kind of true, and I'm sure you guys can relate. If I'm not feeling the best, I'll go, Rowena, what's going on? You're not feeling good, you're feeling unmotivated, you're not doing all these things. Why not? Why aren't you doing all of these things? Why are you feeling this way? How come you're not doing this? How come you're not doing more? Like, the fact that I'm already not feeling okay is already like pretty shitty, but the fact that the voice in my head is like throwing an extra 10,000 pounds of burden on me and stress is just like, let me breathe. So this time around, I just took a step back and just let things happen the way it happens. Like, if I want to stay up till 2 watching a movie, if I want to stay up till 4 binging a K-drama, I just let myself do it. It's okay, let me qualify that a little bit. It's not indulging in every single wish that I had. It's more of a little experiment that I wanted to try, because this is something that I've never done before, in terms of if I'm into clothes more than I'm into personal development, let me just indulge in that clothes thing and like see where it goes, because I know myself well enough to know by now that if I let myself do that, I'm gonna get over it sooner or later. If I let myself binge watch shows, I'm gonna get over it sooner or later. This first thing is kind of twofold. It's letting nature run its course, but also knowing yourself well enough to just let things happen the way it's gonna happen, because you know things will turn out okay, which goes back to letting nature run its course. So the second thing is, be honest with yourself. If you know you're not okay, just know you're not okay, and that it's okay. Like, it's fine for us to not feel good. It's fine for us to be unmotivated. We can't be on all the time. We can't be motivated 24/7, 365 days a year. As much as I would love that, as much as I know you would like that, the people who are like that, they're either faking it or they're faking it, because it's impossible. The people who look like they have it together, it's because they've learned to manage it really well. They've learned to manage their stress. They've learned to manage their peaks and their valleys. So peaks when you're like feeling really good, super productive, super motivated. Your valleys are like when you're kind of low and you're not doing that well. So they've learned to manage their peaks and valleys, or they've learned how to equalize their peak and valleys to the point where their constant is just like they're okay. This is a great reminder that it's impossible to be happy and into self-development and self-improvement all the time. Wow. And so yes, being honest with yourself. For me, this time around, I was like, hey, look, you're stuck. Rowena, you're very stuck. Do something about it or don't complain. The voices in my head were just getting out of control. I chose to write it out for a bit, and then I did something about it after 2 months, where I couldn't stand myself being a little potato ball any longer. This brings in the whole concept of being present. When I was back home in LA, a friend texted me. He asked, how's it going? How are you doing? And I was like, man, I feel kind of bad. I'm home in LA when there's so much work happening in New York. Like, everyone in the office is super busy. There's so much things changing. There's so much going on. And he said, remember, wherever you are, there you are. What did he say? Wherever you are, be present. Something like that. When I read that text, I was just like, dude, yeah. I'm home in LA with my family. I worked really hard the previous months, and if I'm home relaxing and taking a step back and taking a breather, then that's fine. I should be present. It's like if I'm being a vegetable and I just want to veg out, do that. If I want to be super productive and film and do a bunch of things and do really awesome work, then like do that. But don't be on one side wishing I was on the other, and don't be on the other side wishing I was on the other. That didn't make sense. So when I'm vegging out, I'm always like, damn, like I should be doing more. I should be so much more productive. And when I'm working really hard, I'm like, wow, like I need to relax, blah, blah. So this whole thing just, it's so, our human brain is so weird and it frustrates me so much. But yes, the concept of being present, wherever you are, be present. If I'm vegging out, then veg out. If I am working hard, then I work hard. And it's simple. It's actually really simple, but we just make it really complicated because we're weird. A keystone habit, you guys know what a keystone is from history, our history class. Arches are made possible by the keystone at the top. So a keystone habit is a habit that can help you start a chain of reactions for a bunch of other habits. For example, working out usually goes hand in hand with eating healthier, feeling better, and waking up earlier, and a bunch of other things. So working out is a keystone habit because it sets off a chain of reaction to a bunch of other habits that make your life better. And this is a concept from The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. It's such a great book. It's such a fun read. You guys should read it. I'll link it down below. I just got so excited all of a sudden. So know your keystone habits. Know what that one thing is. That's another book, The One Thing. Know what that one thing is. Why am I like Mario trying to make you guys eat the pizza? Know what that one thing is. Know what that one keystone habit is for you that can set everything else in motion. For me, it's waking up early. It's waking up at 4:30 so that I can start my day with meditation, with qigong, with reading, all the most important things I've done in the morning. If I wake up later, if I wake up at even 6 or 7 or even 8, which is what I've been doing some days, or 9 or even 10, because I missed those things, I spent the rest of the day super anxious and super worried that like, oh my god, I'm not gonna have enough time to do these things. So knowing your keystone habit, knowing that one thing that can propel you to be able to set off a chain of reactions for the rest of your habits. Maybe it's working out, maybe it's eating healthy, maybe it's making your bed, it's something really small, maybe it's brushing your teeth, I don't know, maybe there's so many good habits that you can have. Sleeping early, waking up early, drinking more water, because the more water you drink, the more you need to walk and the more you need to go to the bathroom. And if you're at work and sitting all day, maybe walking more is gonna make you want to work out more. Maybe working out more is gonna make you want to eat healthier more. Maybe eating healthier more is gonna help you lose weight. And after you lose weight, you start being super into fashion, and then you start this career in fashion. And I just, I can go on forever. Also from The Power of Habit. What is a small win? It is exactly as it sounds. It's doing a bunch of little things that may seem meaningless or may seem like they don't do much, but it's these small wins that accumulate over the long run that turn into the big wins. For example, making your bed in the morning. I remember watching a video on Facebook of a Navy SEAL talking to a graduate class about how you need to make your bed, because if you make your bed, that's like discipline. It's the first thing you do every day when you wake up, so that it helps set the rest of your day in order and in motion. And when you come home at night, you come home to a ready-made bed and it makes you happy. And I will link the video down below because I'm not doing it justice. Small wins, accumulating small wins. I think I talk about this in almost every single one of my videos. It's important to find balance between the extremes. If you want to be on all the time and if you want to be producing your best work all the time, it's actually a very unrealistic expectation to set for yourself, because we can't be like that all the time. We can't be like this motivated and this happy and this XYZ all the time. I think it's just setting your expectations for yourself, being realistic with what you can and can't do. I have one extreme where it's like I'm just working 20, like 18, 19 hours out of the day doing things that are really important to me. That's like one extreme. I'm like, I wake up early, I do all the things I need to do, I do all the things I want to do, I'm really productive throughout the whole day, and I come home and I edit more videos and I do all these things, and it's great. And I can do that. I can sustain it for maybe like 2 to 3 months at max, and then I'll burn out and I'll go into veg mode, like potato Rowena mode, where I just sit on my couch and watch K-dramas for months. That is very extreme. And my friend's like, yeah, you're like a rocket ship where you like shoot up and you burn out, and you shoot up and you burn out. And that is something that I'm working on. Try to find the balance between the extremes, trying to work myself in a way where naturally I'm productive, I'm motivated, I'm doing the things that I want to be doing, but I'm also saying yes to going out or seeing my friends, or saying yes to dinners and to just being social, because the times that I were very intense with work, I would just be a hermit and I would never go out because work is the most important thing in my life right now. For the most part, I know the world doesn't owe me anything. I am so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful for the life that I've been given. I'm so grateful for the circumstances and the people. Everything in my life, I'm like, it's a blessing to just exist. But there are times where I feel entitled, or where I feel like the world owes me something, or that the universe owes me something, or that my manager owes me something, or that my workplace owes me something, or that me putting out content, I don't know, how come I wasn't getting more views, or all those other things. When that mentality shift happens, and when I go from being grateful and appreciative to expecting things and to feeling like things and people owe me, it's very apparent, and my mood and my motivation and my outlook just changes drastically. I'm generally a really optimistic, like very realistically optimistic person, and that is that is even more true when I'm like grateful and I'm happy and I'm thankful for the things that I have in my life. I remember watching or reading something where Tony Robbins said, when you're grateful, you can't be fearful. When you're grateful, you can't be angry. I'd like to add compassion in it as well. It's when you're grateful for your circumstances, you can't be anything else, because you're just overwhelmed with this feeling of gratitude. And also when you're compassionate to the things around you, the world around you, the people around you, and especially yourself, you can't feel anything else that's not compassion. If there's one thing that I hope I can leave with you guys, it's this. It's gratitude and compassion are two things that I think are very underrated. When you are overwhelmed with these feelings of gratitude and compassion, that you overall become a lot more happy as a person. All right, so that's it, guys. Let's do a quick little recap. Let nature run its course. Be okay with it. Be honest with yourself. My hair is in my face. Know your keystone habits. Know what they are. Do something about it. Take active steps towards it if and when you're ready. Accumulate small wins, because the small wins turn into the big wins in the end of the day in the future. And find balance. And the last one is exercise, gratitude, and compassion. Alrighty, let me know in the comments below what type of videos you'd like me to make more of, what kind of topic. If you guys have any questions, let me know how you overcome being unmotivated. How do you snap out of a funk? And I would love to hear your thoughts and chat with you guys down there. So I'll see you guys in the next video. It is snowing out here in New York and it's so beautiful, and I'm about to go outside. I'm honestly kind of scared because it's gonna be really cold. Actually, no. Did you guys know that when it's snowing, it's actually not that cold? It's before and after it snows that it gets really cold. Fun fact of the day. Maybe I'll end all my maybe I'll end all my videos with a little fun fact. So goodbye, guys. See you